In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the best neighborhoods in all of Clemmons, North Carolina. You're not going to want to miss this video. Let's get into it. My name is Ramon Lomeli. I'm a local realtor and the team leader of the Smart Move Group brokered by eXp Realty here in Winston-Salem, but we've got connections all over the Triad. Not only is Clemmons a suburb of Winston-Salem, it's also one of the most desirable places to live in the entire Triad. It's family friendly, excellent school, rapidly growing, still has a little bit of that southern rural charm, so it's a great popular spot for people to live. It's really close to Winston-Salem. It's just an exit away from Winston-Salem. From downtown Winston-Salem, it's about 15, even less than 15 minutes from the epicenter of everything that's going on in Winston-Salem. It's also really close to major highways like Interstate 40 and 421. It's also really convenient if you live in Forsyth County, but you need to be in either Davidson or Davie County for either school or family or whatever the case may be, just because it's kind of a perimeter. It touches both Davie County and Forsyth County as well as Davidson County. And today we're going to be doing a breakdown of the best neighborhoods in Clemmons, North Carolina, and that's going to be based on location, amenities, and value. Now we're going to talk about these neighborhoods. Let me know what you think about these, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The first neighborhood on today's list is going to be Kingsland South, and while I tell you about this neighborhood, don't forget to hit that like button, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe. Now, Kingsland South is a smaller neighborhood. Because of the size of the homes, it's a good option for both first-time homebuyers and retirees looking to downsize. You have the benefits of being inside of Clemmons, but these are not going to be larger homes, so if you're okay with a smaller home, this is definitely one to put on your list. The entire neighborhood is less than 100 homes, and it's a rural, quiet feeling. Nice, overgrown big trees gives you that established neighborhood feel. The neighborhood was established in 1971, but they continued building homes all the way until 1999. No HOA, and if you don't like paying too much taxes, you're gonna like this. It actually sits on the other side of Forsyth County, inside of Davidson County, which just means for you get to call yourself a Clemmons, North Carolina resident, but pay Davidson County taxes, which are much cheaper than Forsyth County. Almost every single home in this neighborhood happens to be a one-level ranch, and most of them have a basement. The largest lot that sold in the last 6 months or so inside of this neighborhood had over 2 acres of land, which is a lot of land. But the good thing is that on average, you're usually getting around half an acre, which half an acre in Clemmons is pretty hard to get. And by far, hands down, my favorite part about this specific neighborhood is that in the last 6 months, the average home price inside of this neighborhood happens to be $302,000. $300,000 for a home in Clemmons is nuts. If you know this area, that is cheaper than the average home price in Winston-Salem, so that's pretty impressive. Up next, a fan favorite, a local's favorite. Many people live there or have lived there. Everyone is jealous of people that live there. Of course, we got to talk about Clemmons West. Mature neighborhood, established neighborhood, built in the 60s and 70s, but they continued making homes all the way through the 80s. Location is hands down one of the best features of this neighborhood. You're right on Louisville Clemmons Road. You're right by the highways. You're right by restaurants, dining, entertaining, mechanic shops, tattoo shops, vape shops, whatever you are looking for, you're going to find it on Louisville Clemmons Road, and this neighborhood happens to be right off of that road. You have pond views. There's a neighborhood pool, playground. There's lots of brick as well as wooden homes. There's 1-story homes and 2-story homes. I like that none of the homes really look that similar. Like if you drive through there, you'll find 1 or 2 far away from each other that kind of remind you of each other, but they don't have like exact homes replicas right next to each other. They also have a lot of styles. They have ranches, they have Tudors, they have more Victorian era style homes, not era, but style homes. They have some mighty big homes. They have some smaller bungalows. So a lot of different diversity when it comes to homes in that neighborhood. And you're usually getting at least enough yard to have a dog or some kids running around back there, because around 1/4 acre to around 2 acres seems to be the going land inside of Clemmons West. Homes can range as old as the 1970s, even the late 1960s, but realistically, the most newest home that was built inside of Clemmons West was 2014. The bulk of them, however, 70s and 80s. You're seeing a lot of 3 to 5 bedroom options in there, so like I said, smaller to bigger homes. And one of the best features about this neighborhood, other than the location and the price, is that there is no HOA fee. There's an optional HOA if you would like to be a member of the pool, but you don't have to, it's not required, so great option there. Now I will say the average price point does jump up a little bit inside of that neighborhood because it's so highly sought after. The average home price in there was around $450,000. You can definitely get something a little bit smaller, more affordable in there, but by and large, you're going to be in the 4s definitely if you're looking to be inside of Clemmons West. Up next, we're going to talk about Springfield Farms, which is another Class classic neighborhood inside of Clemmons that a lot of people love. Springfield Farms is also connected to Springfield Forest and Springfield Village. We're talking, most people know it as Springfield Farms, but they've been different sections of that neighborhood, so we're going to combine them into Springfield Farms. Springfield Farms continues to be one of the most affordable neighborhoods inside of all of Clemmons, which is really, really awesome for you guys to know that if you're looking to move here and you're thinking about buying a home that's a little bit more affordable. It's an amazing location because you're basically in the middle between Interstate 40 and Highway 421, so getting into the rural areas, Davie, Yadkinville, or getting back into downtown Winston is going to be no problem. And it's close to basically everything that Clemmons has to offer. Now, one of the other interesting parts of this neighborhood is that it's kind of a larger neighborhood, so there's around 300 home sites inside of this neighborhood. It's very quiet, very shaded, nice for those long walks. By the way, every time you drive through there, there's people walking their dogs, walking the kids, going for jogs, which is really cool. There's also a community park in that neighborhood. Now, most of the homes inside of this neighborhood were built between like 1990 and 2004. There's 1- and 2-story homes. I've even seen some homes with basements out there. And this is kind of crazy, but every single person's yard is very, very well taken care of, but there is no HOA. So it's just, kind of that pride of home ownership, which you love to see. And that kind of tells you that it's a good, safe bet for that the neighborhood's going to continue to be amazing. The average lot size there is about 0.26 of an acre. You don't see too much variation in size. Most of them are going to be really close to that. As of 2024, the average home price inside of Springfield Farms is around $305,000. Once again, right around $300,000 for a home in Clemmons. That's a steal. Close to the highways on both sides, 421 and 40. You're close to West Forsyth, which is one of the better schools in our area here. Close to shopping, close to dining, close to downtown Winston. I mean, it's gonna be hard to beat this one. We have 2 more awesome neighborhoods on this list. Before we get into that though, I do want to remind you that if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or there's anything at all that I can do to help, do not hesitate to reach out. This is why I literally make these videos, is for you guys to blow up my phone and give me a call or shoot me a text. Also, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, leave me a comment, but above all, subscribe, because those kinds of things keep me motivated to keep pumping out these videos for you. Lastly, I'm going to leave you some awesome links in the about section of this video. Some of them are going to be links to my social media because, I live here and I show off a lot of the local restaurants, things to do, things to see, that kind of thing. Additionally, I am going to provide you some links so you can see homes that are currently for sale in these neighborhoods that we talked about while you're watching this video. Now we're going to get into Meadowbrook, a long-time favorite of the Clemmons residents, Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook is a stunning neighborhood, a beautiful neighborhood with around 200 different home sites. There's unique homes of all sizes, but generally you're talking bigger homes in there. Lassiter Lake happens to be inside of this neighborhood, which is a 41-acre lake. Not the largest that we've got here, but a pretty good size for a neighborhood lake. Some of the more higher end homes have waterfront views of Lassiter Lake, which is amazing. The neighborhood has a voluntary HOA that is basically just for lake maintenance, but it is not required. You have homes of all sizes, the smaller ones being around 1,200 square feet, but they do go up in size up to around 5,000 square feet. It's a fantastic location, really close to Tanglewood Park. Tanglewood Park is an amazing park. I really need to do an entire video just on Tanglewood Park. It's incredible. But for now, we're just gonna keep going, but I'm gonna come back. Just remember, save this video. You'll remember Tanglewood Park. Now, the majority of the homes were built from 1957 all the way till around 1996. There are like about a half a dozen homes that were built in 2021, but most of them are going to be what you think about when you think about this neighborhood is going to be most of the older homes. The average lot size is around 0.78 of an acre. No HOA, and the price does go a little higher, but trust me, it's worth it when you see these homes. The average home price in 2024 that sold inside of this neighborhood was around $492,000. All right, guys, last neighborhood on today's list. Don't forget to hit the like button and do all that stuff, but we're gonna get into Salem Glen. Salem Glen is located in a very rural part of Clemmons, North Carolina. It sits inside of Davidson County, so once again, cheaper taxes. It is quite large of a neighborhood with over 500 home sites. The average home is right over 3,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 3-bath. So we're talking about larger homes in this neighborhood for sure. Most of the lots are gonna be 0.2 to 0.5 of an acre. The larger ones are around the largest ones we've seen in there, a little bit over an acre than what we're seeing, but the average is 0.29 of an acre, which is not bad for a house with a nice backyard. The neighborhood was established in 1998. However, the most recent homes that have been built in there were built in the 2020s. You have brick homes, vinyl homes, as well as some other traditional materials. You have scenic views, you have waterfront views, you have golf course views inside of this neighborhood, because after all, Salem Glen is a golf course community. I'm gonna cheat on this portion because I can't remember this sentence, but not a big golfer. So this has to do with that. The community surrounds Salem Glen Country Club, a Nicholas designed golf course which provides members with access to an 18-hole championship course. So I'm definitely not a big avid golfer, but that seems like a big deal. I don't know, you guys tell me. There is a swimming pool as well as a clubhouse on site as well. There is an HOA, and there's an HOA fee that comes along with that, obviously. $302 a year, not a month, a year is what you pay to get all that. And the average home that sold inside of this neighborhood in 2024 was around $599,000, $600,000. So there we go, guys. That's the end of the video. We went from affordable to more expensive homes. Let me know which one you guys thought. And of course, don't forget to check out some other views on the channel. And of course, don't forget to check out some other videos on the channel. And finally, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video.